After the Fall, How Humpty Dumpty Go Back Up Again by Santat. My name is Humpty Dumpty. I'm famous for falling off a wall. You may have heard about it, but that's only half the story because I decided to get back up, and when I did, something amazing happened. This story is about my life after the fall. Inspiring and unforgettable, this epilogue to the beloved classic nursery rhyme will encourage even the most afraid to overcome their fears, learn to get back up, and reach new heights. After the fall. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favorite spot, high up on the wall. I know it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I love being close to the birds. Then one day I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks call it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand. It was just an accident, but it changed my life. Fortunately, all the king's men managed to put me back together at the King's County Hospital. Well, most of me. There was some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. Humpty was afraid to climb the ladder to go on his bed. After that day, I became afraid of heights. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favorite things. He couldn't climb up the ladder to grab his favorite cereal. I walked past the wall every day, and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really miss the birds and being high above the city, but I could never do it because I knew that accidents can happen. Couldn't climb up the ladder. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. Then one day, an idea flew by. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches. But day after day, I kept trying and trying. Until I got it just right. He made a beautiful bird plane. My plane was perfect, and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Unfortunately, accidents happen. They always do. So the plane flew up on the wall from which he fell off. I almost walked away again, but then I thought about all the time I have spent working on my plane and all the other things I'll miss. I decided I was going to climb that wall to grab his paper plane. But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing, one step at a time. Until I was no longer afraid. He had climbed up all the ladder and he was up on the wall again. He was no longer afraid. Maybe now you won't think of me as that egg who was famous for falling. Humpty Dumpty is starting to crack. The wing is too strong, I guess. Hopefully you will remember me as the egg who got back up. Here you can see that the eggshell pieces are flying off. And there are some beautiful wings. And learned how to fly. So Humpty Dumpty became a bird. Life begins when you get back up. By Dan Santat. Thank you everyone for watching.